Hey, what's up, everybody? I don't know if you can see over my shoulder here, downtown Nashville, somewhere in the background. That's where we're headed. Titans game day, Tennessee Titans hosting the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know. Who knows what we're going to get? You never know what you're going to get out of this team. Less than 20 points. You can always bank on that, though. But another day at Nissan Stadium, another Titans game day. Thanks for watching the vlog. Hopefully this one goes well.
Just popped the inactives up on the board, and Kyle Phillips, healthy scratch. Treylon Burks back. He's the odd man out, which is odd because when they feature him, when they get him involved in the offense, he's one of our most productive receivers. But I don't know if it's his fall from grace and special teams or what, but he is just not involved the way he probably should be.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Well, that was something else. It's an impressive feat. These bad teams find new and innovative ways to lose games. Titans match their season high for points in 28, blow a game in overtime. Everything weird that you could possibly throw into a game happened in this game. I mean, I should have known when it came out on Friday that for like the first time in like 3 years, there was no players that were declared out with injury. I was like, that's a little weird. That's a little fishy. I mean, we got players that are injured reserve, but of the active roster, nobody was officially ruled out for like the first time in months. And then today, our three best players all get hurt and knocked out of the game. Derrick Henry, concussion. Jeffrey Simmons, some type of knee injury. Ryan Stonehouse knocked into the shadow realm on the second blocked punt, which my dad informed me was technically ruled a fumble because they got to him so fast he didn't even punt the ball. They actually just destroyed him and he fumbled the ball. So I guess that's a good thing. One less block punt. Yay. But I mean, that goes back to football is one of those things. Everybody says this about every sport, but it's one of the ultimate team sports. You can rarely ever single out any one person or single out any one area of your team. I mean, the offensive line has kind of been the bugaboo all season long, but once again, another week, they were pretty good today. When the pressure got to Will Levis today, it seemed like it was more coverage, where the coverage was holding up and he couldn't get the ball out, than the offensive line just getting blown by. So kudos to the offensive line. You were a lot better for 2 weeks in a row. But a problem that I've talked about a lot that continues to be a problem, special teams. There's just no way around it. Special teams 100% fully cost the Titans this game today. 2 block punts. 2 block punts in a row. How does that happen? What's Craig Ackerman doing? He's our special teams coach, if you don't know. Special teams has been abysmal since he's been here. He looked into Ryan Stonehouse being a machine of a punter. 2 straight block punts, one which results in the punter being destroyed and sent to the shadow realm. And then because the punter's out, we've got a backup quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, has to be the emergency holder for field goals and extra points. First attempt to do it, they said the laces weren't quite lined up right. It wasn't quite a clean setup. Nick Folk mixes the extra point, which should have made it 26-25. We would have avoided this whole overtime crap. Jared Stillman tweeted that he doesn't expect Craig Ackerman to be on the Titans coaching staff by the time his radio show goes live tomorrow morning. He's an idiot, if he said he thinks Craig Ackerman's gone, that means Craig Ackerman's probably getting a contract extension, which is just great. But, I mean, you can't have that embarrassing a performance from your special teams unit and just let the coach walk away scot-free. I mean, 2 straight block punts, no adjustment made, no changes made, no preparation. And it's just been emblematic of how bad the special teams have been pretty much the entire time Craig Ackerman's been the special teams coach. Cost us the game. There's no other way around it, but on the positive side, Tajay Spears looked awesome when he had to come in and kind of be the full-time replacement for Derrick Henry. It was kind of scary. He took a couple hits that looked like they shook him up a little bit, and he was our only other running back on the active roster today, which seems like bad roster management, but he looked really good, so that's a positive. I mentioned the offensive line looked kind of good, okay, not terrible again. A few more negatives. Kyle Phillips, I mentioned, was a healthy scratch. I guess because that was Traylon Burks was back, but he did 7 snaps, got no targets, and I don't even think he played in the second half, so why did we deactivate Kyle Phillips to bring him up if we weren't going to use Burks at all? Somebody tweeted something interesting, and I'm not turning on Vrabel, but you hear a lot. Everybody always says, one of the best coaches in the NFL. Why are the Titans one of the worst teams of doing stupid things that bad coaches are responsible for? Made me kind of think for a second. I was like, that's true, but I still kind of put most of the blame on people like Craig Ackerman. But at a certain point in time, some of that is going to more and more start trickling over onto Vrabel, but I don't know. The biggest positive is I think this officially kills that last little nugget of hope that we had of making the playoffs this season. And they said, what's the old saying, like the hope is what kills you or something like that. So we can officially flush that down the toilet. We don't have to do any type of, if we can just put a few wins together, we're right back in the mix. We're out of it. It's done. Season's over. Don't think we need to tank. I'm not one of those people who would ever advocate for tanking, but I'm glad that we can kind of just, we lose. It sucks. It's always going to suck, but try to look at the positives, try to see what there are things that we can build on moving forward. Like I said, offensive line, 2 weeks in a row, they weren't a disaster. That's a positive. We can build off of that. Chigakonkwo has looked a little bit better the last few weeks. That's a positive. We can work with that. Tajay Spears, when Derrick Henry went out, he took the ball and ran and looked pretty good and was pretty solid. Positive. We can build with that. Will Levis continues to show good signs and like what we see there. So, yeah, smile through the pain. And the good news is, next week, Monday Night Football, the Titans, in front of the whole world, have to try to stop Tyreek Hill. I'm sure that will be fabulous. Our terrible secondary against Tyreek frickin' Hill. Dolphins hung 70 on the Broncos earlier this season. Might be coming back again. We might be going for another 70 burger when they come, or when we go to Miami next Monday night. Oh, well, stay tuned. There's going to be more content coming out on the channel, so there's another positive. We just keep with the positives. Stay tuned to the next video. Subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications so you get alerted whenever that goes live and whenever all future content goes live. Till the next time, enjoy your life. I'm trying to enjoy mine. It's very difficult on Titans game days. Tighten up.